How are we all going? How's everybody? Hello. Oh, hello. How's everybody? Myself, I'm going to attempt a pick a card. So I've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. It's got Lapis Lazuli, Amethyst, and an Emerald. And yeah, I'm just going to do one pile at a time. Try and do the timestamp thing. If you like this, let me know and I'll try and do some more. Yeah, very exciting. So Lapis Lazuli, I've got here past life, and I was just looking at these cards as I was because I just randomly picked 3 crystals and then I found my crystal reading cards and I picked the cards to match them. That's how I did that, and I was really excited to see the pictures all lined up here when I was getting ready to film. I noticed that the Lapis Lazuli looks like a little portal and it's past life, which is pretty cool. And the Amethyst looks like it's got a nice snuggly blanket or one of those like jumper blankets. And it's meditation. And compassion with the Emerald looks like it's kind of in a, yeah, it's just all snugged up, supported by the 2 different shades of the crystal there. It's really awesome. So we'll get started and we'll start with past life with the Lapis Lazuli. So hello group 1, or Lapis Lazuli. I have we'll run through the meaning of the crystal before we get into the reading, and I marked my crystal reading cards with the Oracle of E. So we've also got so we're going to start with superhero for that one. I'm just going to quickly find this, but we will start with the Lapis Lazuli. I just love saying Lapis Lazuli, I'm sure. The Lapis Lazuli was known to be very popular among the ancient Egyptians. They would grind down the lapis crystals and apply them as makeup for ceremonies and spiritual initiations. The crystal was buried with the dead to protect the soul in the afterlife. The medicine of lapis is utilized for recalling your past life experiences and bringing understanding and healing to the past to attain healing in the present. The crystal has meaning, and they are as followed. It's got the power. It's a powerful spiritual initiation stone, awakens spiritual wisdom and knowledge, opens you to clairvoyancy, supports past life awareness and healing of any karmic patterns, enhances psychic gifts and awareness, severs karmic ties. So that's really cool. And with like superhero, I love the Oracle of E, these cute little things. So right now you've got superhuman strength. The truth is you always do, but most of the time you don't need it. Why bother? Everything's rocking along just fine. You're about to learn just how cool, how strong, how amazing you really are. So you've got 2 portals, like it's like a Stargate, so that's like the winding up, ooh, and then the like sparkly stuff. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's just crack on. I actually want to use the Angels and Ancestors deck for group 1, and it's really funny because I had the cards lined out. I had these ones and I was going to do it by cards, and then I thought, oh no, I'll grab crystals, and I grabbed that for group 1, and that was the cards that I had for group 1. So we'll just see what the ancestors and angels have to say for you today. So we've got 31, which in numerology breaks down to a 4, which is stability, building a solid foundation. So you'd come through lots of past life healing, clearing these traumas and creating a new passageway for new beginnings, which is very exciting. Winter, take care of your needs. Take care of your needs. And snowflakes, of course, individualism. When you're individual, no snowflake is the same. And the wolf is the guardian. They sort of like protect and look after themselves as well as the pack. Very structured. And winter is a time to replenish, recoup, and make way for the springtime, when we're sort of like, it's all new growth and all of that. So as long as you've done the work in autumn of dropping the leaves and dropping, like, disregarding everything that no longer serves you, then in winter, when you hibernate and you replenish and gather your strength to come out with this new growth and this new beginnings and this new abundance, it's going to be a much easier path. I love that. With the wolf, with the superhero, solid foundations, and taking care of your needs. The old, like, you know, fill your cup up and then fill others. You can't pour from an empty cup. Put your mask on first, you know, all of that stuff. Mountain, stand your ground. Sets stability. It's a really strong foundation. It's been there for generations and lifetimes. For me, though, even though it's like, you know, that generations and building character, climbing mountains. There's another side to that. So you can build your own mountain, start new generational, well, not so much patterns, but we've all cleared the karma, trauma and cycles from our past lives, and it's time to just break through that portal after we've all, you know, all replenished and climbed all those mountains and all that sort of, all that hoo-ha-ha. Move in a new direction. I was going to put that deck down and move and get some tarot clarifiers, and then that one knocked off the top, so I thought I'd have a look at that one too. And that is awesome. Moving in a new direction, and I'm, you know, going to put that in front of there because you're in a position to be able to do that. You've done the hard work. You've climbed those mountains, cleared the way, replenished, just anticipating the spring and that new growth. Oh, goodness me. That was way too many, just throwing the deck away. First one. Five of Pentacles. So I'd say we've moved on from that. Or we're like really close to. The despair, that feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like missing out. And I suppose a lot of people are like in winter. And then winter makes you feel like this. I see an anchor in the window. That's really cool. And like the half of the next pentacle forming. I've never seen before. I love stained glass windows. It's just pure beauty. So the beauty is there. It's just about to break through. You know, looks like he's like running. He almost looks like he's about to throw the crutches, and this person's about to whip off the cape and sort their shit out. Oh, look, see, whip the cape off and just look at her. She's gorgeous, smiling and happy, and you know, she looks a little bit wiser, and I mean, she's slightly weary from her journey, but just ready for a new. I like that. I like that. Sorry, that was weird. I'm just going to move my candle because it's like really close. And I've already had one fire in my shed. I don't need another. It was, yeah, not a candle, but, you know, it was still my silly mistake. Anywho, we'll move on from that. Right, so let me just see what other tarot we get. Oops. Cleansing. Do we need a cleansing, do we? Oh, look at that. Watching the ships come in after you've made the choice. Abundance. Waiting for that abundance to come in after the winter. After you've taken care of all your needs and done everything you've needed to do over the last few months. Waiting for that new horizon. Oh, look at that. The golden ocean. It's like gold for your abundance. The ship's coming in the distance. It's all calm. The waters are all calm. He's made a lovely choice. And then we got one more here. We just want to... So, you know, we've all worked so hard, and it's not even just like the last couple of months. It's like, oh, shivers me timbers. Just as I'm saying that, we've got the Empress comes flying out. Just saying, we've all worked really, really hard. On not just the last couple of months, but and not just last year, the last couple of years. And 2018 was quite brutal for most of us, and we've just worked so hard on the karmic and the ancestral healing and clearing and finding ourselves, and just moving on from that past life. I see our past life, it's in the background, it's done. We've moved on. There's no more past life. It's new life, new beginnings. We're done. We're moving in a new direction. Winter is no longer coming. Game of Thrones is done. As much as I love it, it's done. And there's new beginnings, new horizons. We're sitting in our own, following our intuition, birthing these new glorious projects, and sitting in our truth. And it's just absolutely stunning. And we, you, me, we, superheroes for this work, this hard work, going through these portals, doing all this work, finding this. And it's a 4 year this year as well. It's 2022 plus 2 is 4. And that foundation, that stability with the compass and the golden wings. I really enjoyed this reading, and I hope you did too. Thank you, pile number 1. And I'm going to move on to pile number 2 now. And I really honestly hope you enjoyed it. Like, rala rala. Thank you, beautiful souls. Thank you. All right, hello, pile number 2, or Amethyst. Amethyst. Amethyst is my daughter's birth crystal, and that of February. So, ooh, not long, coming up. Coming up is a beautiful crystal. And I have, for all of them, bookmarked my crystal reading cards with an Oracle of E. So we've got Entangled, which is very fitting for meditation. So we've got the higher heart and the your heart chakra and the higher heart chakra spinning in a little circle there. That was really interesting. So I had to pause the video because my flatmate, which is my son's friend, his mate's pulled up in a super loud car to pick him up, and the neighbor across the road was like giggling and chatting really loudly flirting with some guy. So it was really interesting that it was like I had to pause because everything got all real loud. And it's the meditation card. That's pretty cool. And I was talking about the Entangled card at the time, which would mean that you're in sort of like entangled in the web of belief that everything has to be still and quiet to be able to meditate, which is not true, because it's never still or quiet. It's never the right time. There's always something going on. If you can just take those couple of minutes when it's busy and frantic and still your mind and meditate, it is very powerful. Very powerful. So we're going to read the Amethyst crystal reading card, the medicine, and then the crystal meaning, and then I'll do a quick reading on the Oracle of E card, and then I'm going to use my animal spirit cards for pile 2. This beautiful crystal amethyst is a master stone of meditation. It balances the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, allowing you to drop into a deep state of trance and relaxation. The medicine of amethyst assists in healing and transforming addictions relating to painful, suppressed emotions, and is an overall healing crystal on all levels. Invite this tranquil stone into your sacred meditations and receive its wonderful blessings. Open and allow yourself to float into the blissful essence of amethyst. Say that 3 times fast. So the crystal meaning: a powerful overall healing crystal assisting on all levels. Overcomes addiction, bringing awareness, healing and dissolving old patterns. Opens you to your psychic abilities. Assists wonderfully in dream recall. Aids in anxiety and stress relief. That is wonderful. And we've got the Entangled 13. Unlucky for some, not for me. You would probably call what's about to happen synchronicity, or maybe even coincidence. The big truth is you are already connected to everything and everyone. Quantum physics has its own name for it: entanglement. The reason it appears that all ducks are lining up on your behalf right now is because you're finally paying attention. Let the games begin. Dum, 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 dum. So that's cool. So yeah, I'm finding that like all my ducks are just lining up in a row. Everything's just falling into place because I've relaxed and let it. I was like trying to force learn a lot of stuff. Sorry. I'm so fast on that pause button. So fast on that pause button. And then I just completely forget where I was. My daughter just came busting through to say goodnight to myself. So, yeah, and you'll hear the car start up in a second. That's awesome. Yeah. So, but like, yeah, normally I would get like real super frustrated and be like, oh, I was filming and blah, 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 but excuse me, just released that. It's what it is, and you just need to sort of like laugh these things off and just be able to meditate or do your cards around it, or work with how it is going. And if it's not happening, we've got to let it flow. So we can't force stuff. My favorite new saying is like, don't force it. It's like clothes. If it don't fit, don't stretch it. Cards, the same. Intuition's the same. Life, just, patience. Oh, patience is huge. Meditation is something I really, really want to focus on this year. What have we got? Way too many. I just flipped out a million cards. So we'll just see what our spirit guides or what spirit guides are coming through and would like to talk to us today. Sorry for rambling on so much. But we only say what needs to be heard. I fully believe. So, like that thing, there's no coincidences or synchronicities. If you're picking this number, then you sort of in tune to that energy and what I'm saying, and that's what will come out and what's divinely guided. Let's see. Got two to begin. Oh, so we've got the snake. Oh, look at that. I can never remember what that symbol's called. And the whale. I love the whale. And we'll get one more. Oh, raccoon. The coon. My best friend, they call their son the coon because his name is Connor. The coon. He's such a cool kid. So, the raccoon. I mean, really clever. Really smart. Does what it needs to do to survive. Stays hidden. Really sort of, real cheeky, real smart. Something does what needs to be done to survive. We all do that. And the whale. Look at all that beautiful coming off the whale, and the snake. So it's like go from this like hidden being of just internalization, staying hidden and surviving, grabbing at straws and clutching and stealing, and not that you're stealing, but you know what I mean, just like scraping into this big, beautiful, graceful beast that is like the king of the ocean, but is so gentle, like coming through with the gentleness, but like this strength and the aura of just owning your own essence and this glory. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's like truly rolling on from, could almost be like one big reading really, from like pile 1 to pile 2. And then like this, like it's almost like the cosmic egg, and it's just like holding on to the universe and all those colors in there, which is I see in your heart chakra and the purple, and you got the two different blues. So for the throat chakras, but also for the intuition, for the angels, listening to your angels. So you got the lighter blue and then the darker blue, and the crown chakra, a higher heart. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and like completion of a cycle. I mean, like, that's what meditation will bring us. All these different, like, going through the different phases and the different stages through our journey. Most of us will take this journey. We'll start out just like, even just looking at the pictures, you can just see, he's all like slinked in, curling himself. It's all dark, and then it's almost like this emergence and the support of spirit and the God source, with that sort of like yellow and green coming through with the compassion. It's gorgeous. I'm going to some clarifiers for the tarot, and we've got the Sun and the King of Pentacles. So it's like almost finishes off the journey. Look at that. Finishing off the journey. They're not even the clarifiers. That's just the stages you're going through. That is beautiful. Raccoon, the emergence, and then like completion. So that's your 3 stages. Look at that. And then you've made the choice for that. I love how there's like, I always notice the new growth on the wands. And it's just like, with a fiery passion. It's all calm and still now. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's all calm and still now. We've been through. And we're just waiting. Oh, sorry. What I've done here. What happened? That honestly took me way longer, and sorry about the reflection now, but they're up. But I just paused it. I had to fix them. The little buggers were falling. They weren't staying back up. So you got number 3. It's like the cycle. 1, 2, 3, and you're ready with this newfound strength, ready to meditate. Or we have been meditating, getting the answers, finding that clarity that we need after a journey. The whale's gone a huge journey, migration. Migrated. Coons to reckons hibernate. Yeah, there you go. The struggles and conflicts and the fights. I've walked away from that. Made the choices. Done the journey. Done the work. Oh, done the work. How good is that? Done the work. That is amazing. Done the work. That is a beautiful story to tell. Yeah, look at that. Dropping the swords. Choosing what you need to. Defeating anything. The thoughts in your heads, the real people on that journey to this. Absolute glory. Oh my God, that took me ages. I can't believe I just picked those up. Absolute glory in the King of Pentacles. I just sit there, just absolutely everything. Actually, it's got a lot. It's got a lot. I should give some of that away. It looks like a bit of a hoarder, actually, to be honest. Don't be going hoarding, all right? Don't get to here and be all hoarding, like with everything. There's enough of that in this world. We need to start sharing our good in our wealthness. Good in our wealthness. I am so sorry. All right, one more card. Whoa, yeah, we'll take you. Knight of Pentacles. So legitimate, tangible beginnings that you're working on. You know, oops. It's coming in. You've done the hard work, gone through the stages, completed all these journeys, and you just need to make the right choices. I would say, see how he has one pentacle and he has one pentacle. So I think, like, you can just hold on to everything and have all that abundance. Or there's a different kind of abundance. That freedom. Traveling, roaming, freedom. Not bogged down by materialistic stuff. Even though that is a coin. And that's why I think, you know, don't be bogged down by that materialistic things. Travel light. When you that difference. Wow. All right, beautiful. Pile 2. Amethyst. Beautiful. All right. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Pile 3. So we have the emerald for you guys that picked pile 3, and I'm going to read from my crystal reading cards, and I've bookmarked that with the Oracle of E card. Ooh, baby steps. Number 5. And the emerald, we've got compassion. I love my emerald. It is stunning. Beautiful. Emerald has been recognized for its powerful medicine of love and compassion for centuries. It was found in the breastplates of the kings and queens from ancient times. This sacred stone shares the medicine of the heart and invites you to deepen into the love and compassion of your organic nature. The crystal meaning that we have here is promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra and assists in creating intimacy, assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. And that is really cool that we've got baby steps there. I mean, because that's the best way to do it. And it's the best way to kind of do anything. And 5 is change. So we've got a beautiful like triangle there in the background. Everything is baby powder fresh right now. It's new. It's exciting. And of course, you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. You're not supposed to. It would ruin the surprise. But go ahead. Take that first step. All great quests have got to begin somewhere. I love that. That's cool. Don't be afraid of adventure. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to lead with your heart and to lead with compassion. And you know, we're all told to just like toughen up, and it's a hard world, and we can change it. We can change it. So I am drawn to Magic of You Oracle cards for group number 3. And the emerald. Oh, I've got a real itchy nose. A real itchy nose. Baby steps. It's like fireworks. Fireworks in all directions. Maybe that's what you're feeling at the moment or have been going through. Naz. Feel loved and proud. Feel loved and proud. She's stunning. I love these cards and this deck. Can you see that? I'm just going to take a second. So her hands like have weaved this beautiful nest around this bird. And this bird's feathers are actually leaves. And the tree roots, I wonder if that's her legs, her bodies are the tree roots supporting. The tree roots supporting that little protection, this white, it's like this protection orb around. And they're one, and her upper body is the clouds and she's at one. Yeah. It's like the trees are supporting. Oh, it's barren branches. Oh, I see. And he's holding something with this little claw there. Sorry if I was breathing heavily into the camera just then. That is stunning. So you're divinely protected and guided from Mother Gaia. That beautiful white leaves and sort of like just entanglement that comes around, and it's just so delicate and soft. And that, oh, moth just flew up. Oh, I'll take these two. Oh, we've got 18, 19, 7, 18, 19. Pause in your journey. Feeling loved and proud. So that one's, he's all broken and torn apart. But you see this bird, it's got this lovely, like, he's feeding off this flower, and there's still this spark of that is all bound up, but there's like life coming back. It's completely ripped in half, completely to shreds. They're just going to feed some life into him. But to be able to feed that life into you, you need to pause and reflect. And just know, so you can do this, because this is, look at that, so safe, so protected. It's the most tranquil, it's gorgeous. And it's just baby steps, people, with compassion, Get yourself some emerald. Feel loved, feel proud. There's no shame in feeling like this, or this happening, or being like this, or being in this state. The shame is that you waste your life and stay in this state. The trick is to just know that you're loved and supported, and life will be breathed into you, and you'll be sustained, and everything will be fine, and everything will heal, and self-healing. And it's a mosaic, it's a puzzle. Let chance play its creative role in your life. Go with the flow and the rebuilding. Look at that process. I think we're going to go like this. Look, these colours are the same. Huh. Look at that. Like, they're just real subtle baby steps, people. Baby steps. Out the way, crystal quartz. Trying to get in there on the emerald. So we've got the mosaic. Pause in your journey and feel loved and proud. This is a stunning story as well. I am loving this pick a card. I'm so glad I did it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we've got feel loved and proud, know and nurtured, secure, safe. This earth is here. It might destroy you, it might take you down, but you build up. And see how that's like masculine and feminine. The man's world is coming crashing down, and it's a soft, compassionate approach that is going to get us all soft and healing and feeling absolutely gorgeous like this. But we have to leave it to fate. We have to leave it to chance. I mean, we can lay the seeds and water it and nurture it, but just know it's baby steps. It's going to take time. It's this new beginning, this new phase. 2020 is upon us, and it's just a wonderful time. I'm just really looking forward to this year. It was just all three of these readings are basically almost telling the same story, but just different kind of versions of it, of how we've all been broken down and torn apart. But for this rebuilding, for this, but it's, you know, we have to take it easy. We have to compassion or time, or it's just these baby steps that we have to take, and it's fine. We don't have to have it tomorrow. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow. It doesn't even have to happen this year. Just know that it will happen, but it will only happen if you take the steps. And sometimes taking the steps is stopping and pausing and reflecting. It's that simple. Well, it's not actually. It's simple in writing, and it's simple in readings, and practically enforcing it into your life, not so simple. But it's worth it. And it's all a journey, and we've all got these different stories to tell, and we're healing the earth, and we're healing the Gaia, and we're healing ourselves, and we're healing these ancestral patterns by us healing ourselves and doing these steps that we have to take. So we have here the 7 of Swords. We have 7 here in the thing. So pause in your journey. Do you really need to take all this with you? Running away, look at him, hee, got all this, I'm gonna have a great life. But what is abundance? What is the abundance you need to take with you? What is the thoughts that you need to take with you? Clear that baggage out. When you're pausing, it's time to clear that baggage. You don't need to take, 1 sword is more than enough, maybe 2. See, look, there's 2 standing. Drop the 5, grab the 2. Drop the 5, grab the 2. Drop the 5, grab the 2. There you go. Look at that. But this is thought, and this is fire and passion. He's looking out from his little castle, he's got the globe in it, he's got the world in his hands. The world is your oyster. He's got the world in his hand. The seas are calm. He's like, where in the world am I going to go? There's a harbour down there. There'll be some ships coming in. They may bring something, or I may get on those ships and I may just get the hellsies out of here, because I'm after some adventure and I'm after some new, So it's, hold on, pussycat. Hold on, pussycat. And that's lovely. And, as long as we've done all our past work, past work. We've done all our work on our past. Whether it's this life, different life, whatever you believe in, then you know what? I completely forgot where I was going with that. See, look good. Look at that. He's laying down those swords. He's got the two. It's all done with. All that drama in our heads, all that fighting with ourselves and our thoughts and running away from our thoughts. And so we've run away from our thoughts, and now we've faced our thoughts and our fears and our emotions and all of that. And we're looking at this glorious new beginning and all these choices that we have to make and building these new empires for ourselves. I like this story. I like this story. I like this story. Do you like this story? If you like this story, let me know. I'm still really new to this, so if you could subscribe and like or comment, even just comment and tell me maybe some advice or some criticism, as long as it's constructive. I don't care, you know.